Okay, I want to do a quick video on a couple more items that I purchased for my AR-15 build, and this is the Mako Magazine Well Grip. And I think I had mentioned in one of the other videos of this, I guess you want to call it series or whatever, that I'm not particularly fond of the forward pistol grips. However, I do realize the utility of actually having a vertical style grip for stabilization. And one of the reasons why I chose this grip, this grip, as opposed to the regular pistol style grip that a lot of people use, is that this grip fits over the magazine well, and very oftentimes, the magazine well on the AR-15s is a very convenient place to hold the weapon on the forward position. So since it's one of those things where your hand almost automatically goes to it anyway, you may as well have the most stable form that you can possibly get for that. And so that's the reason why I purchased this. My battery's about to die, so I'm going to pause and put my charger on. 1 second. Okay, I'm back and I have power. So as I was saying, since the magwell is a place where your hand flies to almost instinctively because it's convenient, it's not as far away as a pistol grip. Probably, I don't know, depending upon how far forward you place it, it could be anywhere from maybe 6 to 9 to 12 inches closer. In my opinion, it offers a more stable holding situation, and anything that aids in stability is probably worthwhile. Now, the one thing about this that I do not believe that you can do is put your touch pad switches on there. I'm sure you could find a way to mount it, but I'm not sure whether or not that would be the most convenient way to actually mount that. So I guess that's a feature that you'd actually have to investigate for yourself. But since I don't intend to add any touchpad switches, that's not much of an issue. And this simply, from reading the directions, and I see that it came with its own hex key, so that's very good. I have a ton of these things now. You basically just unscrew. It looks like there's about 3 hex screws on here, one here, one here, one here, and you just clamp it over the magazine well, and you cinch it down until it's snug and secure. They even went so far as to put a place which actually will keep your serial number in plain view, so you're not covering over the serial number. Depending upon which AR lower that you use, you may actually have to manipulate this some. You might actually have to shave it down some to actually get it to fit. But from all the reviews that I've seen, for the most part, everyone who's used it was satisfied with it. And of course, how bad can it be in terms of military, since it was in use by elite Israeli military units? So they say. I can't verify that, but I'll take the word for it. And this was also something that was manufactured in Israel. Okay, so since the Israelis seem to be pretty high on their military hardware, if it is in fact something that they use, it probably can't be all bad. Another item that I purchased is this, and this is K&S Precision Incorporated. 1/4 inch, I guess, .250 push button pivot pin with sling mount stud. And essentially this replaces the pivot pin which needs the detent and the detent spring and all that stuff, with something that actually has it's spring loaded and has its own detent in here. So let's see if we can open this real quick and I can show you. And here it comes rolling out. And essentially what you have is, well, here's the sling swivel, and this will come off, and here's the release, so you can push that down and just pop that off, and you can see the built-in detent balls on there. Perhaps let me go to macro mode so you can see it a little better. Okay, I'm in macro mode, and you see the little tip come out, and the balls can now, or the detents can now be pushed in, and then you can slide this through the pivot hole, and of course you're going to continue to push on the little plunger on the back, and then come on, focus. And then when you release it, they come out, and they are no longer, and they will then hold things in place. So you would just put this back on, and that is securely held, and you can put your sling swivel through here and then mount your sling. And this is almost the center of the weapon in terms of I guess a forward and backward median point, so you actually get a lot of stability in the mounting there. Now I'm not sure whether or not a single point sling would be the best option for this. The only way to know is for me to actually try it, and that's something that I certainly intend to do. And of course the reason why I got this is not only for the swivel mount, or the mount for the swivel, but also I intend to switch out uppers after I get some, so that should tell you something. This will just make it easier to do without actually having to lose, or lessening the likelihood of losing the detent pin and spring mechanisms that are normally found on the AR lowers. Okay, and the last piece was just very similar, and this is just the takedown pin, and this is the pin on the rear section, which you normally remove in order to do any kind of cleaning. Okay, you pull this out, and then the upper pivots on this, hence the name pivot pin, and that allows you to actually do any kind of maintenance or cleaning on there. So these are three of the latest acquisitions for my AR build. They're minor. For the most part, they're really not necessary, but I think that they will improve the functionality of the actual weapon itself. Okay, so let me know what you think about my three rather modest additions. I'll consider each one of these an addition on its own, or modification. So let me know what you think about these. Let me know whether or not any of you guys have actually used any of these products and what you've found out about them. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Or are you neutral on them? Everybody's got an opinion on something if they've actually done it. So just let me know what you guys think about these changes that I'm going to make. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye bye.